Hi everyone, my name is Carol Ornelas, and I will be doing abstract number 1, which is the first chapter of the Weddell book. And in this chapter, what is discussed is the importance of qualitative data and mixed methods research, which is basically when you do both qualitative and quantitative data, when you use that kind of data in your research. The main points that were made here, I chose 3, and it's basically that qualitative and mixed methods research has improved the research that has been done for as far as public health and aging, and especially when it comes to minorities. It's helped us learn more about, for example, health disparities among minorities, end-of-life care and their beliefs in that, and just different things that have otherwise been really understudied among ethnic individuals. Although in the past there has been mostly just importance given to quantitative data, we're kind of reaching a new era where qualitative data is just as important, and it's kind of being shown that not using qualitative data can actually be detrimental to your research. But of course, despite the advantages of using qualitative research and mixed methods, there's still been gaps in our research that don't allow us to create programs that would, serve everyone equally. And the last point is that despite this kind of increase in the belief in qualitative research, there's some people that believe that qualitative research is not as credible as quantitative data. Different factors for this would be that there's more likelihood of being, for example, researcher bias, as opposed to quantitative data. If it's numbers, then it's not going to be biased. Despite this belief, there has been kind of like a consensus among everyone that shows that you can increase the credibility of your qualitative research by using different methods such as peer debriefing or external audits. Now for the analysis, the results and conclusions of this reading are basically that qualitative and mixed methods research is helping create more specific data that can help in aging and public health research, including but not limited to minorities. But also that qualitative data has been deemed non-credible by some individuals, but that the credibility can be increased by using things such as external audits, like I just mentioned. So was the author persuasive? I wouldn't exactly say that he was persuasive because I think that it was unbiased. He kind of gave the pros and cons of using qualitative research. And if anything, I actually like this better. I think that when something is unbiased, it's more educational because it helps you see both sides of things and you can make your own assumptions from there on, your own conclusions, as opposed to if you're reading something biased, you're basically just taking in what the author believes and you're kind of just taking it and, thinking that's the way or that is what's correct. What I guess didn't like of the chapter, but I think this is just because it's the first chapter and it's kind of like an introduction, is that it doesn't go too much in depth. But again, I think it's because it's in the introduction, so I understand that. The new things I learned are the downfalls, I guess, of using qualitative data. I never really knew that qualitative data was seen as not as credible as quantitative data due to, like the bias and different things like that. My recommendation for future research, aging research, and public health research would basically just be what's said in the book, that if researchers are using qualitative data, that they make sure that they use these recommendations given, like the peer debriefing, just so that, their results are taken more seriously. As for background information of the authors, I didn't really feel a need to look into the background of the researchers, just because, like I said, it was unbiased, and therefore I don't think it would have really changed the chapter much, since it did give both sides. That is all. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great week. Thank you.